Hello everybody, I hope everybody's having a great day today. Yes, we are back in my wonderful closet, which is dwindling in clothes. Not necessarily a bad thing, I just have a hard time putting stuff together. But the reason we're here is not because of clothes, but it is because of makeup. Makeup. And these drawers are not full. I'm sure you guys have seen them before. See, this is primers, which are foundations, powders, mascara, bronzers, Charlotte Tilbury. These two are K-Beauty, China Beauty, Japan Beauty. Blushes, highlighters, palettes, face palettes that is. And here we usually have Super Shock shadows, but it is right now in the filming room, desperately waiting for my ColourPop order so I can do a video. Balms and lipsticks that are not in my filming room. And here is Project Pan, extra rags, and favorites. Okay, the one that I didn't show you yet is why we are here today. This one. This is my palettes drawer. Let's see if you can get a good overview. Okay, in here I've actually got a little organizer for the small palettes. See that? Okay, so that is that. These are my ColourPop, and there's a couple behind them over there because height, and then that is a ZC palette, and then the rest are the rest of my palettes. There's go from tall, I don't know why, those are just the way it is. Anyway, I only have one drawer of palettes, and I am not letting myself go beyond one drawer of palettes. Because as it is, I have enough trouble trying to figure out what to use. And don't forget, I've got 4 drawers, I've got 4 drawers of, what's it called? Single shadows. You see there's a big empty spot there, there's still empty spots. So there's lots of room. This drawer is not that big. It's the tiniest drawer that they have at IKEA. So, if you know what, like this is, everybody knows what a Natasha Denona size palette is, and here it is. So that's to give you an idea as to how big the palette is. Whoops, back here, it's a little snug. If you can see back here, this is last year's Christmas palette, and it's right here. There we go. So there is room in this small drawer, even though some stuff is tight, but that's fine. That's because this palette is bowed. But anyway, the reason we're here is to give you some numbers, because when I counted them last week, I was flabbergasted. Flummoxed. How many palettes do you think I have in here? I've got ColourPop that I count separately, and then the rest, and whatever I have in K-Beauty, China Beauty, and Japan Beauty is counted separately. But excluding ColourPop, how many palettes do you think I have? Don't pause and try to count, because there's some in weird little nooks and crannies, like these 3 down here, and because I'm constantly getting rid of stuff. It's like, okay, I haven't used this, I don't want to use it, I'm getting rid of it. I constantly do that because I have a lot. So let me give you the numbers, which is why I'm also doing a series of palettes I've only used once. So that's one of the main reasons I do that, because I can't. Okay, I have regular palettes, 59. 59. How is there 59 palettes in here? Plus 30 ColourPop. Sorry. So that is 89 so far. The ones that don't count in this drawer, which would fit if I wanted them to, they'd fit right there, are the 7 K-Beauty, Japan Beauty, China Beauty palettes that I have. But I have 89 palettes in here. How? I mean, I used to be good at Tetris, but how? Let me get down without breaking my neck. And sorry for the sniffles. I try to delete them out, but sometimes they stay in. How do I have 89 palettes in that tiny drawer? Let's look at this tiny drawer. Look at my hand here. This is essentially 3 hands wide. This is a tiny, I'm trying to look at the viewfinder backwards. It's a tiny, tiny drawer. How do I have 89 palettes in here? I'm a Tetris champion. That's why I constantly have something to do for my declutter a day. But you guys saw, let me try this again. You guys saw, this is my, what's it called? Drugstore side and high-end side. Yeah, there's a fair few and I need to get pushing. No more days off. This is my powders, high-end drugstore. This is my mascara and those are my eyebrows. Mascara, I still have too many, but better too many than not enough. Oh, and these are the primers, you know, and I have 3 primers I'm working on right now. I don't have a whole lot of bronzers. That's a drugstore, that's high-end. I don't have a whole lot of bronzers. I've got my Charlotte Tilbury highlighter in here, but the other Charlotte Tilbury I transferred over to the other room. And this is my K-Beauty, J-Beauty, China Beauty. There's not that much. Now, blushes, yeah, I have a fair few. High-end drugstore. There's a couple more I'd like, 3, 4 maybe. And highlighters, drugstore high-end, not that many. I've got 3, no, if I count the Natasha Denona, I've got 4 face palettes, that's it. And then this is all I have, plus whatever fills that. This would be filled if I put in all of my lipsticks. And those are my balms, which I'm trying to work through because there's some that are old. Like I'm going through a Glossier one right now and Innisfree's next, which is another thing. I'm wearing the Rouge Dior lipstick right now. It feels better on my lips than my Glossier balm. I wanted to show you a little sneak peek. Nobody is ever touching my ColourPop palettes. Those are not ever going anywhere, so that's not gonna happen. But I see one palette right now that I need to do. Palettes I've only used once. Sorry, my nose is red because I've been blowing my nose and it takes off the foundation. And that'll take it down to 58, 88. I've seen people with more drawers of palettes with less palettes than I have in more drawers. Gotta help me. And I want one Dior palette and one Chanel palette. I don't dare count how many singles I have. I am scared. I'm scared because I love my singles and there's still a few more that I want. Not a whole lot, but a few. Thank goodness I'm not a review channel so much as let's try and see what I can do with the makeup I have and am getting. As an old lady, what works, what doesn't. And somebody who has no artistic ability, if I can still manage to put makeup on. Yeah, that's a bit more of my scene. I don't know how review channels do it. I don't know. Because they have so much. I can't. There's too much. I have too much makeup. Now, I could never be a review channel. I couldn't. It would drive me crazy. This is on the verge of driving me crazy. Oh, thank you everybody for letting me vent. I had to do this. I had to show you guys. I just had to, and I'm waiting on another one. I did some a year or two ago, some brush declutter, and I don't want to do a brush declutter so much as brush organization. The brushes that I don't use on a regular basis, because the ones I have in my trolley are my workhorses, and I have some others, and I can never find what I'm looking for if I'm looking for something specific, so I want to reorganize that. And that's another video that I'm going to do, hopefully, if not later tonight, then tomorrow. So I gotta say thank you everybody for coming to visit with me. Please leave me a comment, like my video, and please subscribe to my channel and hit that notification bell. I don't know why I'm talking like that. Sugar from the orange did it. A bientôt.